Hey, Mike here, aka the Cloud Coach. We're now in part 3, and what we're going to be looking at now is creating an internet gateway and an AWS subnet. So let's just jump straight into it. So we've got our resource block. We're going to create another one. As you can see above, in the previous part, in part 2, we actually created that VPC. In this part, we're actually going to create an AWS Internet Gateway. Okay, and we're just going to call this main as well. Now we can call the AWS VPC main, and we can call the AWS Internet Gateway main, because they're two different types, right? If we try to create a second AWS VPC called main, that would be a collision, and that wouldn't be a collision from AWS perspective, it would be a collision from the Terraform perspective. So because these types are different, we can have them both called main. But the moment you want to create a second internet gateway or a second VPC, they have to have different internal names, and it could just be main 2, main 3, or main v2, or whatever you wish. So let's go ahead and create this internet gateway. So now we need to provide it with, we're just going to give it one flag this time around, and actually it's the VPC ID. So now this is where it gets interesting. How do we provide the VPC ID? We're going to reference our VPC here, which we've already created. Okay, and the way we do that in Terraform 0.12 onwards, all we do is we go AWS vpc.main.id. You might actually see syntax like this. Just going to comment out that line, but you may see syntax in some code like this. And this was the old way of doing it, but that's also valid code that is backwards compatible. But when you use 0.12 and above, we're going to use this method of referencing these variables. Okay, let's go ahead and create another resource, because I want that apply statement and I want our plan to look a little bit more meaty. So let's go ahead and create another resource block. All right, and what we're going to create now is we're going to create the subnet that our web server is actually going to, well, not a web server, just our standard Ubuntu server is going to sit in. So it's going to be an AWS subnet. Okay, and we're just going to call this main because it doesn't need to be unique in any way, because again, our use case is so simple at this point in time. Okay, so AWS subnet, what do we need to give it? So we need to give this one the VPC ID as well. So we can just kind of copy what we've got above there, and we can see exactly why we understand now why we would do that. We need to pull in that VPC ID. We also need to give the subnet a CIDR block as well. So I'm going to go with 10.1.1.0/24. So it's a smaller subnet than this one. It fits inside of this one. All right. Do we need to give it anything else? Yeah, we need to give it just one more flag. Again, there are many. If you look at the documentation for the AWS resource subnet resource type, you'll see that there are many options. We just need these ones to get a basic understanding of Terraform at this point. So I'm going to place this obviously in Sydney, because my region that I'm operating in is Sydney, but I'm going to place it in A. So AZA. All right, create a bit of space there. Right, so now we have two new resources here. We have our internet gateway, which is going to allow our EC2 instance to talk to the internet and for the internet to talk to it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to SSH into it. And we have a subnet as well, and we're gonna need a subnet. All right, so what happens if we save? Okay, there's the last run that we did in the last episode. If we now do a Terraform validate, let's make sure our code is valid. It is. And then if we do a Terraform plan, what do we get? Well, now what we're going to see is that the Terraform state is changed, and Terraform will want to create the internet gateway and the subnet, but it won't want to create the VPC because that already exists. There we go. So now we want to create our AWS Internet Gateway. There's the VPC ID there. See the way it doesn't say AWS_VPC.main.id. It has the actual ID. And then we've got the subnet as well. And we've got our CIDR here, the region with the availability zone we wanted to go into. Again, Sydney. And there's our ID again. And all we really want to do now is Terraform apply. It's going to refresh its state. It's going to understand what exists and what doesn't exist. It's going to give us the same information, and we can see down here there's the actual plan. It's going to add two things: change nothing and destroy nothing. Do we want it to do that? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And this will not only speak to the AWS API and create these resources for us, but it'll also update Terraform state locally. And that means that if we run a plan now, will it go ahead and create anything? No, because it's already done it. So the state file has actually been updated locally to conclude those details. And as we'll see here now, there's our three IDs or AWS IDs for each of those resources. And of course, there's nothing now to be updated. So our code is exactly where we want it to be in prep for part 4. And in part 4, we're going to create a route table, a network ACL, and a security group. See you then.